Hello, everyone. It's the Historical Gamer once again, and we're returning in today's episode to Unity of Command 2, a new turn-based World War II strategy game. We are playing as the Allies. It is 1945. This is episode number 27 of the series. The war is almost over. There are 4 battles left, and we have come to the final British face. Well, maybe not the final. I think the Elba will be a British-facing battle, but almost the final British-facing battle. It is the battle to get over the Rhine. We're already over the Rhine a little bit in the south with the Americans at Remagen, but this battle will also focus on the drive over the Rhine with the British near Dusseldorf and the drive into the German Ruhr, the German industrial heartland. This episode is going to be a little bit of fun. It's a bit open, a little bit from logistics that we have to worry about, and also we get to kill more paratroopers, so that's going to be fun. With that being said, this is taken from a live stream, so I'm going to go ahead and jump back into that, and we will be on our way. Plunder. March 24th, 1945. Hitler ordered his armies to stand and fight on the western banks of the Rhine. Because of this, the German river defenses suffered from confusion and were ultimately breached by the Americans near Remagen. Now the Brits prepare to launch a combined arms assault further to the north. The end goal for the Allies is to encircle the Ruhr. Okay. So this one looks like a short one. It says the on-time period here is 5 turns, I guess. By the way, Lumberjack and Undertone was our most successful scenario in terms of points, 393. So let's go ahead and jump in. Machine Green 1991, thanks for the follow. I must have missed that. Okay. Schaeff Dispatch. British Second Army is ready to commence with Operation Plunder, the airborne and amphibious assault crossing of the Rhine near Wiesel. Further to the south, the U.S. First Army is already across the river. Your orders are to employ all your forces and drive hard and fast to encircle the Ruhr. In order to ensure the success of the upcoming operation, Schaeff has reinforced the following units. The 6th British Airborne. The following units have been reconstituted by Schaeff after being destroyed in battle. The 2nd U.S. Infantry Division and 2nd U.S. Armored CCB. This is a big scenario. I thought this would be short. This is huge. The Germans must be soft or something, because this says we're going to take everything in 8 turns, or this is just a borderline impossible scenario. I'm not sure which. All right, so we're across the Rhine here. These guys are regulars, so I'm gonna spend to make them better. Okay. Why do my troops suck? Oh, these are veterans? They're going up against veterans? Come on, Germans, fold! Fold! You gotta know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. Alright. I'm kind of concerned about this one. The British, however, man, these guys are stacked. Veterans up there near Dusseldorf. They're ready. Okay. Spent all my prestige. All right. So, how are all these armored German units in the south? They've got to be, like, they're veterans. They're going to chew me up. And how am I supposed to cross this river? So we got to take Frankfurt am Mainz. We got to take Fulda. We got 8 turns to get to Fulda. Kassel, Paderborn, and Dortmund. We've got 2 airborne units. We've got the British 6th, and we've got the U.S. 17th. Okay. All right. This is a little bit of a dubious scenario. They're all entrenched in fortifications. I don't even have the skills. Oh, I guess I do now have. Oh, but I can't create a pontoon bridge across a bridge like that. How am I supposed to get across the river? River crossing. Assisting with a major river crossing would not be possible otherwise. Cannot cross rivers, ALP, mountain, cell, terrain. Requirements, unit not weak or green. Infantry unit must have all MPs plus APs. Okay. So... Huh? I guess I should have spent points on a British amphibious crossing. But you still can't build a pontoon across it, so how are you supposed to... I'm confused. I don't know if I can win this battle then. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Meanwhile, in the south. Well, because I do have the river crossing ability. You can toggle super tooltips and options under gameplay. What if we... So why can't they river cross here? What? Assist a unit with crossing a major river, which would not otherwise be possible. Into ALPs. What the hell are ALPs? Alright, whatever. Let's see if we can break through this German armored formation. Overrun. Okay, move these guys forward. Try and bombard these guys. Use air against these guys. That didn't work. Three KIA and breached. Oh, we got him destroyed. Good job. Down with the road with Cain and Abel? Thanks for the bits. Let's see here. All right, so we unbuckled the line there. I mean, I'm kind of, honestly, I'm really confused. Because this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I could breach here, but I don't, like, are there units in Frankfurt on Main? No one? Okay, so there's no one down there. But how am I... So what am I supposed to do with the airborne? Am I supposed to land them back here in these objectives? Then they'll pull troops back, or what? I've got two paratrooper units. I could drop them on enemy supply depots. Maybe cause them to waste away? I don't know. I mean, Munster's an objective. But how do I supply them? I do have the 3 air supplies, so I could do that. But they're going to be super isolated. I guess we're just going to have to take a risk. Can we air recon Munster first? Right, no one in Munster. No one in Paderborn. Castle is probably... Although maybe we should drop them in close enough proximity to support each other. So I can drop these guys on Munster, because that's an objective. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing. We drop them here on the fork. Will it cut their supplies? No. Well, that was a waste. Can I undo it? I don't know what I'm doing! Ah! Alright. So these guys are going to be out of supply real quick. But hey, we dropped behind the enemy lines, so we'll see what happens. We're across the river over here, trying to break through the German position. Okay. I just don't understand the whole river crossing restrictions. It's not very clear. I do think I'm going to need... Well, we can bring the Polish paratroopers in, too. Why do these guys always drop without supply? Alright, so we've taken those two objectives. We're going to bring extra bombers in here, too. Nice. Okay, 1 KA there. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. I can't attack across the river down here because apparently I can't. Can't build a pontoon bridge across anything that matters. Can't do river assaults because I don't really know. Doesn't really tell me. Don't really understand. But hey, we'll move this armor up this way. Maybe we can not, like, get stuck behind this massive enemy position. We'll see. Well, thank you for the cheer there. I appreciate it. First time cheer. Jace11, also thank you for the follow. So the Germans are pulling back? Maybe they'll expose a river crossing. Wait, west crossing. So there is a crossing of some kind. Meanwhile, they're not going after our airborne, apparently. Not quite sure about that. Well, at least they're not going after it yet. Our airborne are going to starve to death back there, though. I guess these guys can go for the German supply depot and get themselves into supply. Interesting, though, by taking this position, we have cut the entire supply to the northern German position. These guys need a frickin' assault team. I mean, I'm just gonna try and run around the enemy rear and cause as much problems from a supply perspective as I can, I guess. So Munster is ours. Although I'm sure they'll retake it next turn. Okay, overrun. All right. Undo. Up and over. All right, so we're trying to expand our bridgehead over by Remagen. I don't really understand the whole river crossing thing, other than I'm not allowed to do it, apparently. We have one airborne supply we can provide, so we can provide it to one of these guys who's cut off. Okay. I'm assuming once the crossing is made, like once we have a... I don't really understand, because this is the Wiesel crossing, so how are you supposed to... Like, what am I supposed to do with all these British troops over here? Am I just supposed to, like, race the American armor to the south and try and exploit the breakthrough from one spot on the map? That doesn't seem very likely to be what I'm supposed to do. American troops can't seem to do a river crossing. Unless there's something I'm missing. Which is very possible. But they do have a river crossing. They can build... Oh, wait, we can build... Okay, so we can build a pontoon bridge there. And here. Okay, so we can build a pontoon bridge here, now that we have American troops there, I guess? Can't go across it, but we can cross it next turn. So then we're going to go ahead and do some bombardment of enemy troops. I think I'm trying to expand the bridgehead down toward Frankfurt on mines. So 1 KIA. Bombardment completely suppresses them. Infantry attacks and destroys them. I just don't have enough troops in the beachhead yet. Gotta move these guys up toward the beachhead. Or bridgehead, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so these guys are going to cross over here to the north of Dusseldorf. Maybe they can race to the east toward Munster and link up. Meanwhile, this airborne... Nice, so I killed him. Okay, so I killed him, so now my armor can race east. Oh, no! German armor's in our way. Used all my air force on that. In any event, I got across the river over here. I was hoping to race toward Paderborn and link up with our airborne. Just messing with the German supply all over. But we did take that depot. So there's no German rail line in here. I don't know how these guys still have supply. I guess it's this depot here that armor's on. Suppose the one thing we can do is bombard those guys. Okay. All right. So we're ready to race more troops around. May not be doing this the most efficient way, but we'll see. Those that German armor swung around our airborne in an attempt to clear the railway. They did manage to clear the railway, so that's going to fix a lot of their supply issues in the north. They retook Munster, retook Padenburg or whatever it is, but they're pulling their armor away from the front, which I think is valuable in of itself. Meanwhile, I think I'm going to take Cassiel next turn. Okay. So the German supply situation in the north is still bad, because we're still along these railways. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop supply on those troops. Alright, so these guys are still on a depot. Okay. I need more troops in here. Nice! I mean, I'm probably being way too aggressive with my armor here. I haven't figured out any of the... Either way, I'm almost linking up with these troops over here. I think this is relatively safe because I think these bridges are blown. All right. So I've got a really thin cordon of troops here. I think we're actually going to advance this airborne toward Fulda. Toward that objective in the rear. Because I think our armor is going to link up with Cassiel next turn. I'm guessing they may have some guys move out of Paderborn. So let's actually move toward that objective with the British airborne. I think we need to get as many troops in contact with the enemy as we can over here. Okay, 1K there. We drove them back. We need to repair that bridge, I guess. Okay. I don't have enough troops to fill this this pocket up. More armor head north. Hey, Angry Taco, thanks for the follow. Meanwhile, when am I going to stream next? I don't know. I usually stream pretty late at night, to be honest. Some unique set of circumstances allowed me to stream today, but I'm not 100% sure when the next stream will be. It's usually, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time on weekdays or weekends, typically. Alright, so we just took that supply. Destroyed that enemy unit. So we built some pontoon bridges here, courtesy of the Americans. And we're getting across this other bridgehead over here. And so all of Dusseldorf now, with the current setup, all of these German troops, this pocket over here, are all going to be surrounded. Now, we're not going to take the Wiesel crossing in time for the blue flag, if you will, or the gold flag. But we do have another bridgehead. All right. So, don't do that. Okay. That probably does it. Now, we do need to look at supply. These guys are all going to be out of supply, so what can we do over here by this crossing? We can build a depot here, and we can put 2 trucks in it. There's a depot and an armored unit there in the center, and that will keep this entire advance going up here in supply. Pretty good shape. The guys who crossed over here will have disruption, but they're still in supply, so that's good. So let's move forward. German armor will move out that way. The armor will move into Cassel. So again, they're working on clearing their rear, which I think they actually did a pretty good job there. That probably opened up the majority of the railway back into Dortmund. No, it didn't. Oh, because they blew the bridge. Because of my presence, they blew the bridge at Munster, which... They blew the bridge in their own rear. Oh, that's dumb. I mean... I understand that it's probably not an outrageous outcome in a war like this. It certainly could occur. Dortmund's not even an objective, right? Just the Wiesel crossing. So let's bombard this. Okay. Can we drop some air on it? Nice. Alright, all of their support's gone. So we've broken through there. We'll have to keep some troops in the rear there. But these other guys will advance up this way. Nope, don't do that. Meanwhile, supply's an issue out that far. I may have to rejigger some of my supply depots. That guy doesn't even matter. There's no reason to have him there. Get these guys across. So fill out that northern breakthrough on the way to Munster. Dortmund's still out of supply. Move this airborne in here. Nice. Alright, so we overran them. We haven't taken the base yet. Supply won't quite get that far north, though. Alright, more prisoners. Cross the river back here. Destroy those guys. US first. Let's rebuild some bridges. Okay, US 9th. Let's rebuild some bridges. British 2nd. Any bridges to rebuild? Nope. Okay, so what do we all still have to take? We've got to take Frankfurt on Mainz, which is going to be out of supply. So that should be much easier now. Apparently we have armor approaching Casil. I really need the railway opened up, though. We took Fulda! Good job, my lads. Alright, actually we still have supply up here, so that's good. All around there. So it's just the troops up near Paderborn, or however you pronounce that are going to be out of supply. Okay. Let's move this armor along those bridges. Alright, we're going to try a wide flanking maneuver here. So by having Fulda and cutting the rail line to Casil, we've completely cut the supply line to Frankfurt am Mainz, which will open things up here very shortly. Okay. So we surrounded those guys. This is just a really chaotic battle to try and keep track of things. These guys are surrounded on this river. Dusseldorf isn't our primary objective, but obviously making sure that these German troops can't retreat back into supply and play havoc with us is a thing we need to do. We need to take Munster. Again, if all these troops pull back out, it's going to be very difficult to take some of these objectives. But with as lightly guarded as their rear is right now, we could much more easily take some of these objectives. Fulda's already ours. Casil should be ours if we can keep these guys in supply. Paderborn is ours as well, or will be. So we're going to have Paderborn and Casil. Frankfurt am Main should starve out as long as we hold Fulda. And then it's just Munster, which is up here in the north, which we're approaching as well, which I can't imagine is too well supplied or too well guarded. I mean, there's no one there now. I think this bridge is destroyed. There's a risk they could cut our advance there. But we'll see. All right, let's move forward to turn number 5. Enjoy your, or not enjoy your faceplant, but hope you're feeling better soon, Matt, and speedy recovery. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so all these guys are out of supply. Munster's ours again. I just had to manually supply those infantry there over by Munster. I need a depot. So place a depot here. That should give us a tenuous supply line up to Munster. Meanwhile, we've crossed the river in force over this way. Prisoners. Advance along that railway. All right, we just totally blew the lid off the northern flank there. They can do a river assault now? Nice. Don't want to do that, but they can, which is cool. Alright, so we're going to kind of maintain these guys here. West crossing is secure. German troops are starving. Okay, overrunning those troops. These guys are all still in good supply. I don't think there's more German reinforcements coming up. I don't know how to supply those paratroopers, though. They can't move. They're still going to be out of supply. Shit. Let's try bombing these troops in Castile. Okay, so these guys are doomed. And those Germans are destroyed. That doesn't improve the supply situation at Castile, though. Shit. Okay. Didn't improve the supply situation either. Okay, can you bombard these guys? Corner and overrun. Destroyed, which gets our other troops across. Alright, Frankfurt should fall soon. I don't have... And there's supply all down in this section. So the southern section of the map is okay. Also, once Frankfurt falls, that opens up all these railways for us. Unfortunately, the Polish paras are going to starve. Because I don't know how to provide supplies. These German mechanized troops are going to be obliterated by air, hopefully. Well, not quite, but certainly weakened by air. And so so Munster's, actually the only thing we still need is Frankfurt on Mainz, and then also the prisoner thing. Which we should be able to do next turn with all these German prisoners just laying around. And we might even take Frankfurt next turn with still plenty of time left in the scenario. So, let's see what happens here. All the Germans near Frankfurt are starving. I mean, pretty much all over the map they're starving. We're on their supply line. They have no rail connection to their frontline units because we broke through and completely obliterated their logistical supply chain. Interestingly enough, the Polish paras didn't completely starve. And so we're going to move them out of that objective into a place where they should have a high likelihood of drawing supply. So good for us. Same scenario for these troops. I don't know why there's no... So I think there should be supply there next turn. Alright. And then... Can we bring these guys supply? May not even matter. Okay. That might help the supply situation. Where are we at prisoners-wise? 27 of potentially 30? Okay, we just got them into supply. Okay, overran them, attack these guys, breach them. So actually, oh no, we don't have the whole rail line yet. But we've taken Frankfurt on mine. All right. I still have quite a bit of air power left, too. All right, so I mean, honestly, I think this is pretty much over. Really? Just a one support? Didn't actually destroy it? Can we hit these guys in the open? 2 KIA. 1 KIA. Air power obliterating remnants of German forces. Okay. Prepare me some bridges. Alright, I think that's going to be the battle. We'll see if the Germans do anything clever. Mostly they're pocketed near Dortmund. They did race out that way and captured some prisoners of ours. I think that's the battle, though. Objectives complete. With 2 turns to spare, too. I don't know if I've ever done that before. 332 score, 29 enemy KIA, 30 enemy prisoners of war. We did suffer a little bit more casualties. 14 US, 2 British, 16 total ground units, 8 total armored units, but it's a victory. Wasn't too costly either, I think. So another good victory there at Plunder. But we're going to go ahead and cut things off here. We've got 3 more battles left in the Grand Campaign. I hope you're enjoying the series while it lasts. And yeah, let's go ahead and end this one up. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying, once again, thank you for watching, and I'm out.